When the boy returned home that day, he discovered that the pencil lead he had left wedged in the door had snapped in two and fallen to the floor. In that moment, he realized the police had already marked him as a suspect. To throw them off his trail, Light Yagami acted as if nothing had happened. No matter how much the shinigami tried to communicate with him, Light pretended he couldn't hear a thing, because the moment he acknowledged the shinigami, the officers monitoring him would immediately conclude he was the serial killer they'd been hunting. Yet throughout nearly 2 weeks of round-the-clock surveillance, Light never slipped up once. Just as the police were about to call off the operation, the lead detective insisted that Light was still their man, and his reasoning was sharp. During the entire surveillance period, not a single mysterious death had occurred. That, he argued, was precisely the proof. The suspect simply hadn't had the opportunity to act. Once the watch was lifted, the killings would resume. Right as the police were moving in for the arrest, word came in of another bizarre death. Everyone immediately turned to the surveillance footage, and there was Light, casually munching on potato chips without a hint of suspicious behavior. The police were baffled. Could Light really be innocent after all? What they never could have imagined was that every last detail had been orchestrated by Light himself. First, he had used the shinigami to locate the blind spots in the surveillance setup. Then, ahead of time, he had hidden a miniature media player inside the potato chip bag, along with a small strip of paper torn from the death note. The plan was so flawlessly executed that even the shinigami watching from the sidelines couldn't help but be amazed. With no hard evidence to go on, the police had no choice but to clear Light as a suspect, at least for now. Even the shinigami was starting to find the whole thing entertaining. It hadn't expected this particular owner to be quite this formidable.